Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Broad Sports. Episode 4 here. I am Derek.
And I am Luke.
And we are excited for you to be back again, tuning in on another episode of Broad Sports. We've got a lot to cover today with you. Last week was week 4 of the preseason. This past weekend, we've seen all the teams start trimming their rosters in the NFL down to 53 players. Broncos making quite a few cuts, some nice surprise cuts, some bad surprise cuts as well. But got to expect that with Vance Joseph and John Elway.
One thing I don't get is we cut Isaiah McKenzie, but then we just bring him back to the practice squad, and then we sign him on to the 53-man roster.
Well, once again, as I just said, got to expect some of that with John Elway and Vance Joseph running the team. So, yeah.
I thought he was gone.
Well,
I thought he was for sure gone.
Not when your team is run by people who are kind of clueless and have a reputation based on signing Peyton Manning 6 years ago.
Speaking of clueless, how do you feel about John Gruden?
I like that one. I can understand why he made that trade. You getting 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, they did get a lot, but
Yeah.
still, Khalil Mack,
best defensive player in the NFL. You heard it here.
Aaron Donald's best, but
Khalil Mack's a better all-around player, but I'm not going to go into that. Aaron Donald's number 2. Vaughn is not 1 or 2.
Vaughn's top 5 though.
Yeah, but anyway, Khalil Mack I think he's worth his weight in gold as long as he continues playing hard. It'll be different if he doesn't play. Like, speaking of guys who got paid, Odell Beckham, that's a guy, he's not going to play. I guarantee you this will be his most disappointing season on record.
I don't know. Last year was pretty disappointing for him.
But that he was injured. I'm saying,
Exactly.
barring injury, this is going to be his most disappointing season in the NFL.
I disagree with you because I think the Giants are going to have a bounce back year. Maybe not be that good, but I think they're going to be 8-8 at least. With Eli, he's getting old, but he wants to prove something.
I didn't say Giants. I said Odell Beckham. I think the Giants are going to be fine. I think
Well, you think Odell Beckham's just going to be bad?
I think Odell Beckham's not going to be
Isn't
what he was.
like the whole team? Doesn't he provide
They got
for the whole offense?
They got Saquon Barkley.
What has he done?
Nothing yet.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, but look at Kareem Hunt last year. Look at Ezekiel Elliott the year before. The last 2 seasons, rookies have led the league in running. So they've led the league in rushing yards. So why can't Barkley do that?
I don't know. Let's get to the Broncos.
Okay. Well, anyway, we saw week 4. That was nice and boring.
What about Paxton Lynch?
I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see that cut happen.
Yeah, especially after that preseason game.
Obviously, though, it tells you they were planning on keeping him. He made the initial 53, and then they cut him the next day.
I think that's hilarious. Just imagine that happening to you.
Oh, it'd be awful.
You go in and you're like, oh, I made the cut. Yeah. And then the next day, yeah, I need to see you in my office, Paxton. Yeah, you're gone.
We're getting rid of you. See ya.
You made it yesterday, but today you're gone.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
I agree.
But it is what it is.
It's nice to see them move on from the heir that is Paxton Lynch.
But just to sign Kevin Hogan, is there really a difference between him and Paxton Lynch?
Not in my opinion, but at least we were able to get rid of him, so there's no... Elway can't keep him around. It's basically like he owned up to the mistake with getting rid of him. Even though Kevin Hogan's no better, it's like the mistake is gone.
Do you think anyone else will be stupid enough to give Paxton a try?
I don't
like Dallas.
I don't think they will initially. Well, apparently the Broncos were trying to trade him to Dallas. I don't know if you saw that.
I heard about that.
Dallas and Carolina. Broncos shopped him to both teams, and neither team wanted him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think he'll have another stint in the NFL. I don't know if it comes this season. It might be next year training camp, and I think that's it. I think he's done.
Yeah.
It's crazy. First-round quarterback. And you're going to be out of the league in 3 years.
Yep.
That tells you how bad you are. So,
did you see our practice squad, guys?
I did. Jeff Holland, they kept him. I think it's funny. You hear all these guys around, all the Denver sports personalities. Oh, Broncos can't cut Jeff Holland because all these other teams are interested in him. Oh, okay. Well, they cut him, and now he's on our practice squad. So
yeah.
Obviously, everybody was very interested in him.
Yep.
I was pretty disappointed to see them.
Carlos Henderson.
Yeah, Carlos Henderson and Brandon Langley on our practice squad. That's BS.
Yeah, it's like just because they're young, they're not proven as mistakes yet.
That was always way of kind of admitting his mistake with both of them, getting them off the 53-man roster.
But at the same time, he's like, "Oh no, they're still on the practice squad. There's a chance."
Yeah, exactly. It's his way of saying, "Oh, we haven't given up on them.
Yeah,
they're still Broncos.
yeah.
They're just not on the roster." So I was definitely a little disappointed in that. It would have been nice to see us maybe get some players from some other teams, because I feel like wasn't all of our practice squad guys guys that were on the Broncos roster? I don't think we brought in a single one from outside.
Yeah, it was all Broncos roster.
Yeah. So speaking of cuts, biggest disappointment in my mind, D'Angelo Henderson.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
The Jets signed him to their practice squad.
I'm surprised he didn't get a roster spot, honestly.
He probably will eventually, though.
Yeah, by the end of the season, he'll be back on the roster, I bet.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah. That guy runs so hard. That guy earns it every yard. He was the second best running back on this team, in my opinion. So that was dumb.
He'll prove it somewhere else, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll have a career in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He just needs his shot. Somebody's going to give it. He's going to get it eventually by injury, or somebody will give it to him, and he's going to earn it.
I don't understand why he didn't get his shot last year. We're a 5-11 team. It's like, what do you have to lose? Start the guy who was playing really good in preseason. Start your 5th-round running back.
Yeah, but you know why he didn't get it. It's because Vance Joseph.
Yeah.
Vance Joseph's too incompetent. So that's why Philip Lindsay is getting such a big shot this year, is because it's like they're compensating for messing up with D'Angelo Henderson.
Yeah.
Even though D'Angelo Henderson is better, in my opinion, but now we're going to force Philip Lindsay down everybody's throat to kind of make up for the fact, oh, we didn't really give D'Angelo a shot last year, so we're going to make sure we give Philip Lindsay a shot this year. So
I am happy they brought back David Williams to their practice squad, though.
yeah, I am too. I'm glad that nobody stole him.
Yeah.
So, but I guess he wanted to stay on the Broncos.
Yep.
So that was nice to see. Anyway, do you think Royce Freeman's going to be the starting running back on Sunday against Seattle?
I don't. I mean, he deserves it, but I don't think he will, just because Vance Joseph, he loves Devontae Booker. I mean, I'm a Booker believer too. I think Booker deserves a shot just like everybody else does, but I think eventually that Royce Freeman will take over because Booker will lose it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious when it's going to happen.
I think they're going to split some time in this first week, and depending on how Booker does, it's just going to
most likely
play itself out.
He could lose the spot. I was happy to see that Tim Patrick made the roster.
Yeah, Tim Patrick. Me too. He's exciting.
Yep. Shout out to Tim Patrick. Way to go. Listen to Broad Sports.
Congrats, Tim Patrick.
We like you here. You should do an interview with us. It'd be sweet.
Broad Sports. Check us out on Twitter, Tim.
Good stuff. But also, what did you think about the Broncos getting Pac-Man Jones?
You know, I like Pac-Man. I think he gets a bad rap off the field. He is kind of an idiot, but
yeah, just kind of.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I think he could definitely take over our third cornerback spot that we desperately need.
Yeah, I think it was nice seeing them get him because we obviously, through those first 3 weeks of preseason, the number 3 cornerback seems to be the biggest glaring weakness, aside from maybe the right side of the line, but we'll find that one out once the season starts. But
yeah,
that number 3 cornerback seems to be the glaring weakness on our defense.
One thing I don't like about Pac-Man Jones is how he decided to take number 24, the GOAT, Champ Bailey. You can't just take his number.
Yeah, but
they should retire his number.
Well, I won't argue that it probably should be retired, at least in Denver. But he's already came out and said that the entire reason he's been wearing number 24 his entire career is because of Champ Bailey.
Oh, really?
So
do you know, was Champ Bailey all right with him taking his number like that?
Yeah, it was. Champ Bailey gave permission.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
So I feel like you almost have to be okay with it because the fact that Pac-Man has said he wears that number because of Champ Bailey, and Champ has granted his wishes to Pac-Man Jones wearing the number. So I'm just happy to see it because I'm also hoping, it sucks again to say this, that McKenzie's on the roster, but I feel like with Pac-Man being on the roster, there's no reason to have Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah, because he can just be the kick returner and punt returner.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Philip Lindsay.
Yeah.
Lindsay can do it, and if you don't have faith in Lindsay, Pac-Man Jones is a 35-year-old
veteran.
Yeah, 12-season veteran, whatever. He can definitely do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm definitely excited to see Pac-Man.
Yeah, me too.
What'd you think, sticking to the defensive backfield, what'd you think of Sua Cravens actually playing in week 4?
Oh, I thought he played good, but then when I heard the news he went to IR, I'm just like, why even keep him?
Yeah.
Is he ever gonna play here? I know he'll be active like by week 8 or something, but
He's probably contemplating retirement again.
Yeah.
After playing 1 week in the preseason, he's probably like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore. Let me
this
take-
hurts.
Let me take a couple months. How does that work? Can
My knee hurts.
Let me just think about this.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. It's like
I don't-
he played good, but will he ever play?
yeah, I don't get it. I think that was a bad trade.
It's like just get rid of him.
They're not going to because they give up too much in that trade.
No.
So I was also happy to see that we kept DeMonte Dynamite Thomas.
Yeah, DeMonte Thomas. He was one of the guys that I was worried about that they would cut him.
Same. Him, D'Angelo Henderson were my big 2 worries, and at least Dynamite stayed on the team.
Yeah, because I like our safeties.
I agree. Will Parks, Justin Simmons, Dynamite. That's a solid young trio right
and
there.
Darian Stewart.
Yep, the veteran to lead them.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was definitely excited for that. Happy to see DeMonte Dynamite Thomas stay on the roster.
Yep, because I was definitely worried about that.
Yep. So what are your thoughts on this team heading into week 1 against Seattle this upcoming Sunday?
I'm excited. I mean, I don't have too high of hopes, especially for our defense, but I'm excited to see Case Keenum play a full game. I'm excited to see what he can do with Sanders. I'm excited to see Booker and Freeman. But I hope our defense can stop Russell Wilson, even though he has absolutely nothing around him.
Yeah,
He's still Russell Wilson.
I'm very interested to see how week 1 is going to play out because I feel like Seattle is a team that's been getting disrespected all offseason.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is saying how they're done. It's not the Legion of Boom anymore. This team isn't going to be any good.
They still have Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll.
Exactly. I think Russell Wilson's going to show up and he's going to come here with a big chip on his shoulder from all of offseason, having everybody badmouth the Seahawks, and he's going to want to prove them wrong. So I think this isn't the team that the Broncos want to start with week 1 this season.
That being said, they do need to win it because I think if they start off with a loss, it's going to be terrible. I think they have to start 3-1. Their first 4 games it's Seattle, then
home,
Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland at home.
Yeah, so that's two home games to start the season.
Baltimore.
And then they go to Baltimore. That's a loss. There's no way we're going to beat Baltimore. Their defense is way too good.
Yeah.
And then we come back Monday night against Kansas City.
That's when you have to win.
Who should suck.
Yeah.
Like, Kansas City should suck. I'm sorry if you drafted Patrick Mahomes in your fantasy draft. It's not my fault. You're a retard.
Patrick Mahomes is going to take the Chiefs to the promised land.
Of 4-12.
4-12 to 6-10. I'd put money on that. That's their record this year.
Yeah.
No better than 6-10.
Will Tyreek Hill get some 80-yard touchdowns? Probably. But will he also... But Patrick Mahomes is also going to throw a bunch of picks to make up for those.
Yep. So, anyway, I think it's important that the Broncos beat Seattle as well because I don't know what Oakland's...
It's a must-win, especially for Vance Joseph.
I don't know what Oakland's going to look like. Oakland could come in here and beat us. You don't know. Like, nobody knows. I feel like that team is an enigma.
I feel like Oakland has a very, very underrated offense. Their offense is definitely something to be worried about.
And with our defense.
But their defense is... I think their defense is trash, especially losing Khalil Mack. He was their whole defense.
I agree, but I think that week 2 game could easily be a 38-35 type game, and the Broncos could end up on the wrong side of that. You don't know.
Yeah, they better not.
So I think beating Seattle is definitely important to starting the season off right.
I think they have to start 3-1, or Vance Joseph's in some deep shit.
We could realistically, when you think about it, if they lost to Seattle, they could start 0-3. Like, that's not that unheard of or not that out of reach.
Luckily, the Broncos are pretty good week 1 at home.
That's true.
They don't usually lose those games, no matter who it is.
They tend to show up at the beginning of the season, so we'll see. But I'm a little nervous about this one.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited. So
yeah, yep. I'm definitely excited to see the rest of the division. I'm really curious to see how the Chargers are going to be this year.
They're going to be good.
This is my shout out. My dark horse Super Bowl team this year in the AFC is the Chargers. I think that the AFC West is like theirs without a doubt. It's their division to lose, barring like catastrophic injury to that team. the Chargers should walk away with the AFC West, and I think they are a dark horse Super Bowl team.
Their defense is scary. They have a top 5 defense in the league.
Yep, top 5 defense.
Ingram and Bosa
Yep.
rushing the passer.
Phil-
That's about as good as it gets.
Philip Rivers, Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, there's no hate on Philip Rivers here. I mean,
No.
I respect him.
He's great. Future Hall of Famer, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But Philip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, their offensive line's been
And now
getting
they
better.
have weapons around Philip Rivers.
Yeah,
Because usually
exactly.
he's got nothing around him.
Yeah, that Mike Williams has looked decent in preseason.
Keenan Allen.
Yep,
if
he's
he can
healthy. He's healthy today.
Yeah, maybe not tomorrow, but
Today he is.
right now he's healthy.
Yep, Travis Benjamin is still there, so he's got a deep threat. I think that's a team you're going to have to look out for.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to see them.
They
and see
could
what
be
they
the
look like.
Eagles. They could be this year's Eagles
They
from last
definitely-
year.
They definitely could. The team that just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Just win the Super Bowl. Just it's like where did they come from?
Yep. So I'm excited to see them. I will say I'm kind of excited to see the Giants. I want to see
Yeah.
Eli and Saquon.
Yeah.
I want to see Saquon Barkley because these rookie running backs have looked so good the past few years, and he's the highest of the high.
Yeah.
So I want to see what Saquon
Yeah, number
looks
2
like.
pick.
Yeah. So curious to see him. I want to see Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
the Jets, because
I wonder if the Giants will regret not picking Sam Darnold.
I
With the number 2 pick, they could have got him.
think that's something you won't know for another 5 years.
Yeah, because I mean, if Saquon Barkley pans out, it's still great to have a great running back, but also wouldn't you rather have a great quarterback if Sam Darnold pans out?
Saquon Barkley adds life to the end of Eli Manning's career.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what Saquon Barkley does. So I don't think you could really judge that pick, whether they should have taken Darnold or not, for another 5 years. Once the Eli era is over, and then it's Saquon there by himself without Eli Manning, and how is Darnold playing in 2022? So I don't think you'll be able to know if that was a good pick or not until then.
We'll come back in 5 years.
Exactly.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Road Sports.
But anyway, I'm ready for football to start.
Yeah, I'm excited. How you feeling about this Thursday? Eagles versus Falcons?
That's Eagles.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I think the Falcons are going to surprise some people.
I don't. I think
The Eagles will be hyped up. That's for sure. Because after just coming off the win against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, they're going to be hyped up. The fans are going to be going crazy. And I think the Falcons are going to come in and beat them. Because Nick Foles is going to show who he really is.
Well, yeah, I won't be surprised, but I just think the Falcons aren't the best team. I think the Falcons are more of an above average team, and I think the Eagles are a better team. So I think Nick Foles probably won't look super great. He's going to look more back down to reality,
But
not
you
on
think
the
they're going
playoff
to still
high.
beat the Falcons?
But I think they'll still beat the Falcons just because it's like the Super Bowl champions.
I'm just excited for the season to get going.
Oh yeah, duh. But
Just the regular season.
yep, it'll be nice. So anyway,
So, how's it going, Bobo?
pretty good. How about you?
What have you been up to? Catch the Broad Sports fam up
You know,
to the past week.
beating you at Littleton Golf Course last night was pretty nice. Or not last night, yesterday morning. Beat you by like 3 shots.
It was fun, but that fucking cart girl messed me up. Hole 17. I was getting in the groove. 15, 16, I was parring.
Catching up.
Then 17, cart girl just sitting there after he hits his shot. I'm going second. Shank.
Pressure on. Can't even hit the ball. You know. Shout out also our regular, Marshall there at Littleton Golf Course.
Oh, he's cool.
Don't know what his name is. He's like 85 years old. He wears the like World War II Vietnam.
He's a
hat.
veteran.
Yep.
Respect him.
Shout out to him. He's awesome.
He's a sweet guy.
Yep. And the guys in the clubhouse. Littleton Golf Course, just a cool place. Anybody who lives, I would hope you live in Denver if you're listening to us, but Littleton Golf Course, hit them up.
It's pretty cheap.
Cool guys.
It's fun.
Not arrogant. The people you get paired with, not jerks. It's not Lone Tree Golf Course or South Suburban.
So what else have you been up to since the last time we've been doing some Broad Sports? It's been a little while.
Yeah, not much.
Nice.
Yep. Do some golf.
Some golf. Nice.
So, anyway, should we get back into the Broncos?
Sure.
Do you have any bold predictions for this year?
Bold predictions. Let's see.
Like Vance Joseph fired by week 12 type bold?
No, because
Demaryius Thomas, less than 3 touchdowns on the season.
is that really a bold prediction?
Some people would call it one. I'd call it an educated prediction.
Yeah, I mean DT's trash.
But anyway, it was nice.
He
I will
doesn't
say.
try. He doesn't do anything.
It was nice to see DT go in the 3rd round of our fantasy draft.
Oh my
That was
god,
that was
yes.
a gift. That was a gift. I don't remember who took him, but somebody 3rd round fantasy.
Yeah, like
Demaryius
Mike
Thomas.
Evans was still available or something like that. It was ridiculous.
There's a whole bunch of guys available.
How's your fantasy team this year?
It's pretty mediocre.
Mediocre, nice.
Yeah,
I like my running backs.
I don't know who you have.
I got Gurley, number one pick, and then it came around. I got LaShawn McCoy.
How? Well,
So
they're good for like the
I have
first
two solid starting running backs, which is
for about
good.
for about 3 weeks until LaShawn McCoy is fighting domestic violence charges in court and won't be playing in the NFL.
Just like his girlfriend, he'll beat it.
Okay. He'll beat it and then he'll beat his way out of the National Football League.
No, Nathan Peterman is the starter there.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy will be there.
That's not going to be a very good team, just my opinion.
Yes, it's going to be LaShawn McCoy,
For a couple weeks.
and then it'll be my fantasy team.
Yeah, exactly. And then you better have a backup running back. So
I think I got Joe Mixon also, so I
Oh,
think
that's
Mixon.
there seems to be a theme there to your running backs.
Oh yeah,
Lights out.
they can run.
Yeah. They can throw.
Those, they're
Some people might say they're punch you in the face.
hitters.
run
They're big
style.
hitters.
Big hitters. Yes.
They're
big
explosive.
hitters. I like that.
They hit the holes
They hit the
and
holes.
take off.
Yep. They really know how to light it up.
Then they get away and score.
Exactly. So, anyway, mine is not so great.
Then I have Gurley.
You've already
He's
said
their
that.
solid number one running back, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, but he wasn't hurt last year, so you could argue that.
Well, yeah, he's not going to be as nearly as good as he was last year. And I had him last year, luckily. I got him in like the 5th round or something, and that's why I won the league last year. But
You would get him in the 5th round.
I got him somewhere.
It was like the 2nd or 3rd.
No.
Yeah, he didn't go that late.
He did go that late because the year before that, he was really bad.
I don't think he went that late.
He did.
But I don't know.
He wasn't my first running back.
I think it's funny how high Le'Veon Bell is still going. And as of this morning,
He hasn't showed up.
Labor Day morning, Monday, Labor Day, Le'Veon Bell has not arrived at
Oh
Steelers
my God!
camp.
Yeah, he's not. I bet you he's not going to play.
I bet he sits out. He's not going to play week 1. And
Oh,
I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
no way.
I feel like Tomlin probably doesn't even want to let him play week
No,
1.
I would give it to that James Conner. He's a
He's earned it.
hardworking kid.
Yeah, exactly.
He's earned it.
So,
But Le'Veon Bell is just gonna, even if he does play, he's just gonna not care. He doesn't care anymore.
oh yeah, he is.
He's
proved
too busy at the strip clubs.
He's all about the money. So, I just think that's a little funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure most people's fantasy leagues, he went top 3.
Oh yeah.
Top
Easy.
3.
Definitely top 3. And also another guy that went top 3, David Johnson. I don't know why people are too high on him either.
I think.
He had a good year 2 years ago, but then last year, he had a hangnail or something, and he missed the whole season.
Well, yeah, but I think he's going to come back and prove that last year he was just unfortunate he got hurt. I think he's more of the running back that he was 2 years ago.
Or he's going to sprain his finger and miss the rest of the season this year.
Well, it could happen, but that could happen to anybody. Happened to Aaron Rodgers last year.
Yeah, but that was a broken collarbone, and it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying, even the best can get hurt and be out for the year.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that David Johnson didn't even break a bone. He
was out for the year.
Yeah. He was like week to week, started after week 1.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he just missed the whole season.
Yeah, but that's also on the Cardinals, and they're a pretty bad team. So
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's a hardworking guy. He's going to come in and have a really good year. I think, honestly, the best running back in the league this year is going to be Ezekiel Elliott. You watch.
Probably. He's the whole Cowboys team.
Yep. No wide receivers on that team. The box is going to be stacked against him, but he's good.
He's going to have to get in the end zone
he'll
because they
do
just
it.
cut Dan Bailey.
But yeah, I don't understand that. Let's get rid of the best kicker in NFL history.
In NFL history, yeah. He's like the highest percentage kicker ever.
Cut him.
But yeah. He was sore last year.
Yeah.
We're going to cut him.
This guy makes too many field goals. Let's get rid of him.
I saw a funny a funny post on Facebook, and it was He hasn't been arrested in the past 7 years, so that's why they that's why they cut him.
Yeah, he's not dangerous enough for Jerry Jones. He needs some high class characters in that locker room, and Dan Bailey just doesn't fit that mold.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think Zeke's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. But
how are your receivers?
I got DeAndre Hopkins. So
Not too bad.
As long as Watson isn't hurt this year, that's a good one. Even if he is, DeAndre Hopkins.
He's just gonna feed Hopkins.
Yeah, exactly. But even if Watson gets hurt again, Hopkins deals with trash quarterback every year of his career, aside from last year for that 5-6 game stretch where Watson played. So I'm not too worried. Hopkins is a solid option at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Then I took a big risk. I had Mike Evans.
So,
with Jameis.
He had an off year last year, so I think he'll be better than last year.
Yeah, but Jameis is also suspended for the first 4 weeks.
What is Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, that's true. So at least they have a competent backup.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that, but we'll see. My team's just kind of so-so.
Oh, and then you also have Landry, I see.
Yeah, that's another high-risk one. New team.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I have Josh Gordon on my team, so.
Good luck with that. I think you took him pretty early, if I remember correctly.
Well, he is, let's see.
He is not played.
He is my second receiver.
And just showed up to Browns camp.
I have A.J. Green, though.
Yeah. But you never know with the Bengals what sort of offense that's going to be.
Yeah, but A.J. Green is pretty solid.
Yeah, but Andy Dalton is game to game, so you never know. But we'll see.
Then my sleeper pick, I got him in all my different leagues, Marlon Mack.
Well, that's not that much of a sleeper when he's their starting running back.
Yeah, but it was a sleeper, though.
It's a sleeper because most people aren't educated enough to know that he's their starting running back because that team was so bad last year.
Yeah.
But
with Andrew Luck back, they're going to be a team to watch out for.
I would agree. But
I think their defense still probably sucks.
I
mean, when have they had a good defense ever in the past?
I was just going to say
years?
That. But I think that means that Andrew Luck's just going to be airing the ball out because they're going to be down so many points every week.
Yeah, probably.
So we'll see if Marlon Mack pans out for anything.
So T.Y. Hilton's probably going to be very valuable in fantasy this year.
Yeah, but the key thing is that he can't catch, so it's a little tough.
Yeah, but when he does catch, it's an 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that's it, though. So, anyway.
Who's your quarterback?
I am going Phillip Rivers this year.
Oh, Phillip Rivers going against the Broncos.
Well, if you couldn't tell from earlier, I'm quite the believer in the Chargers this year. So.
Oh, why don't you just move to L.A.?
That'd be nice. I don't think anybody's ever going to complain about living in Southern California.
Yeah, that's true.
Aside from maybe a little congestion, but it's no different than how Denver is now.
Yeah.
A lot of out of state license plates on the road here. Pretty sucky. If you're new here to Denver, welcome. Please return to wherever you just moved here from. We'd like to
unless
shout
they
that
watch
out.
Blood Sports, they could stay.
You can listen to us on the internet. It's okay. You can go back to Texas or New Mexico or whatever. Insert crappy state that you just moved here from. You should go back.
New York.
New York's not crappy, but
I've noticed a lot of New York's.
I noticed
New Yorkians here.
I noticed a lot of Texas, and those are the ones. They're the ones who are causing all the traffic and the accidents because they're like, "Ooh, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't drive."
They get high and then they drive and
yeah, exactly. And they're driving their huge monster trucks and just swerving all over the road. It's really awesome. So just random rant there. But if you just moved here, you should go back. We don't mind. Nobody here will be that upset if you leave.
So I'm happy about my quarterback in fantasy this year.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you who you have. So
I have
that's
Russell
nice.
Wilson.
Oh, okay. So
I plan on him torching the Broncos probably. Hopefully not, because I am a Broncos fan, and Broncos are always first over fantasy.
Does that mean week 1 in your pick-em, I can expect to see Seattle Seahawks?
Seattle Seahawks? No.
Are you sure?
I'm picking the Broncos. I'll pick the Broncos no matter what.
Good luck with that.
But
I'm sure that worked out well for you last year.
I do think Russell Wilson will have a very good fantasy week.
We will see. I would assume probably he will, but
yeah,
he's
Russell Wilson.
Yep. Speaking of pick'ems this year, got an interesting strategy going on.
Oh, you do? What is that?
Been doing pick'ems for the last 10 years, and I've noticed a trend that the people who seem to take no risks always win pick'em every year. They might not win the weeks, but they're going to win the season.
It is week 1 though, and so the risks aren't there yet.
Yeah, I was going to say the first 3-4 weeks, I feel like you can win by knowledge, but you don't win the season by knowledge. You win the season by taking no risks. So my strategy this season, every single week of the NFL season, I am picking the favorites in every single game.
Oh, that's great to hear, Bobo. Congrats.
Thank you. So when I win week 17, when I'm at the top of the leaderboard, you'll see. It'll pay off.
So this whole week you were just picking all the home games, I'm assuming?
I'm picking down the line. I'm just going to get onto the MGM Sportsbook and look at who's favored.
Have you made your picks yet?
No, because I'm going to wait until right before the games.
I just made mine.
Good luck.
The first game I got the Falcons beating the Eagles.
So you're -1 right off the bat.
No. We'll see on Thursday.
Anyway.
I got the Browns beating the Steelers.
Yeah, we don't have to go through this. I won't be surprised about that one, though, I will say.
Let's see what other upsets.
Isn't that game in Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh, it's in Cleveland?
Yeah, it's in Cleveland.
Yeah, then I'm going to take the Browns as well.
That'll be I thought you're not going to pick any of the underdogs.
Week 1, though, we'll see. Because it's week 1.
And then, other than that, my upsets, I have Dallas beating the Panthers in Carolina.
That's not really an upset. Cam Newton losing isn't really something to be surprised about.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And I got the Bears beating the Packers.
That's not going to happen. That's in Green Bay. If it was in Chicago, I would say sure. Like, for example, I was lucky enough to draft the Chicago Bears defense in our fantasy league, and I am not starting them this week. First week with Khalil Mack, first week with Roquan Smith against Aaron Rodgers. Don't get your hopes up week 1.
Well, yeah.
Week 2.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and 2 linebackers who haven't played yet. Don't get your hopes up on that one.
Watch out for Mitch Trubisky.
I'm just saying week 1 is going to be the Packers. Week 2, that defense is going to be stout. Once they get a little more familiar, get a couple weeks of practice in, I'd say look for big things from the Bears. Not big things, but that could be a 500 team this year.
Yeah, I think they will be. I think they'll be over 500.
Yeah, it won't surprise me. But I'm just saying week 1, don't expect it. After week 1, I would say you can look for it. But at Green Bay, at least they're getting that game out of the way. First week of the season. So
yeah, I don't know. I picked them, though. So I guess we'll see.
Yep. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
So I was going to say, we could do like a rundown of like our picks for the week.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll start it next week.
Oh, we'll start it next week. Okay.
Yeah.
I made my picks for this week already, but whatever.
Yep. Starting next week, we'll give you our like sleeper picks. That's a good segment.
Our sleeper picks.
Sleeper picks of the week.
Bum,
That's how we'll close every week. So
tune in. Sleeper picks of the week.
Lock of the century of the year.
Yes.
The Iron Fist lock. You have to have something stupid, some sort of stupid saying. The cold hard fact lock of the century.
I don't even know what you're saying.
I don't know either. So anyway, pick of the week. Cleveland over Pittsburgh.
Book it.
Take it to the bank.
All right, so should we wrap this up, Bobo?
I think so. I think we'll go out here. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Broad Sports.
Yep, check us out on Twitter, Broad Sports. Like us on Facebook. We're getting a good amount of likes on Facebook right now. We're almost at 100.
We are. We're becoming very popular, apparently.
With the Facebookers.
Yep. Those old ladies love us.
Yep.
Biddies love Broad Sports. So
and Broad Sports loves biddies.
True dat.
Thank you, biddies.
Feel free to hit us up, too, if you have any suggestions for us or anything you want us to cover. BRODSPORTS@outlook.com.
And just, we'll be at the Seahawks game next week, so
maybe we'll post some pics.
Yeah, we'll post some sweet pics
of us.
If you want to do a little meet and greet, hit us up
with our fans. We'd love to do that. Maybe, obviously not during the game.
Maybe Jay Beckel will be there. He's a big fan.
He is, but he's probably going to be watching the Rapids. Let's be real.
Yeah, he's a Rapids fan.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, and have a good one, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Take it easy. Bye.
Peace.
I click and I like, measure up, scrutinize, counterfeit, extraordinary life.